What if reviewing Nintendo games was, in and of itself, a game? Before me, I have a montage of 100 Nintendo games randomly selected, and what I'm going to do is, I'm going to review each of them one by one, regardless of whether I've played it or not, but whenever I hear a bleep on my phone, I have to move over to the next game. The only catch is, these bleeps are going to be getting more and more frequent, so I'll start off with about 30 seconds for the first game, and by the end, I'll have about half a second each. This is going to be very fun for you guys. And for me, I'm going to have to think of stuff to say. Right, let's go. Breath of the Wild. I've played this game. It's pretty good. I like the weapon's durability system. I think it keeps you on your toes and makes sure that you don't use that one edge of duality for the entire game. That said, I did kind of ruin my experience for the game because I used one of those fan-made shrine maps that show you where all the shrines are, and that kind of reduced the amount of exploration that I've really got to do. Plus, didn't help that I did 60 shrines before I went to my first Divine Beast. Like, you thought the bosses were easy already. Urban Championships, because Nintendo has to poop somewhere. Honestly, this game's like a tech demo, but less fun. Like, why would you even go back to this nowadays? You wouldn't. Which is why it makes no sense that they brought it back for the 3D Classics range. No wonder that range died. You punch things and it's boring and it's bad. At least by today's standards. Was it good back then? I don't know. I'm doubtful, but who knows. Super Mario Sunshine. This game didn't need to be that hard. Like, I normally like to 100% my games, but I did not bother for this one because it was taking too long. Do you know how many times I died on that pinball level? 57! 57! That is too much. That said, Flood is a cool thing, and I would like to see it come back in a future game. That said, I don't like the voice acting, and Bowser's cursed voice. Metroid Other M, absolute cinema. This is, without a doubt, the finest Metroid game of all time. Like, it's no wonder they had to restart Metroid Prime 4. That's the only way to make sure it reaches the majestic heights of this game. My favourite part of this one was where Samus, she saw a Metroid and she said, "You are the other M," and she shot it. Mario and Sonic, Rio 2016, this game is like probably the most original game I've ever played. Like the part where Eggman and Bowser teamed up to stop the Olympics. That's never happened before. I also liked the bit where Sonic ran fast because it's cool. Oh, and then Mario, he hit a ball with the racket, and that's like also cool. Telebroxer. This game is so annoying. That guy with the mask, he walks up to you and says, "It's time for egg delivery. Time to deliver 60 eggs." And it's like, you can't skip it, it's mandatory, and that's annoying. Because if you fail, you have to just repeat it over and over again. Don't get me started on the 60 eggs that you have to collect as well. Fire Emblem Awakening, this game is like so much worse than Engage and Fate. Like, the characters of this one are so unlikable, and like the action is so mind-numbing. Like, this is a terrible on-ramp for anyone in the series, and I would say go straight to Fate. Balloon Kid, this game is not appropriate for children. Like, there's several kids that get dismembered by a fish, and the blood and guts go everywhere, and then the flesh peels off their face to release their skulls, to reveal the skulls, I mean, and it's like, that's very frightening for kids. Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I've played this game, yeah, there's 3 captains. That can be a bit confusing, having to control that many at once. Personally, I would have preferred to just play as Olimar. That's replay. Is that a threat? The cow riding minigame is fun. So is the one where you're shooting at the targets. I love that one, especially the UFO part at the end. That said, besides that, I don't think there's that much to go back for. Well, maybe the one where you match your Mii's. Pokemon Battle Evolution. Why? What's the point? Like, okay, maybe back in the day, it was slightly cool because, you know, you get to see your Pokemon blown up on the big 420p screen. Star Fox Zero. Why is this actually a thing? Like, the story is the same as the N64 game, but the controls are worse. Like, this has no good reason to exist besides getting critics angry. Yoshi Safari. Oh, this game's so funny. Like the part where Yoshi says, "Fetch me my gun," then he shoots Bowser in the face while Junie watches. This is extremely appropriate. Ziplash. This game bothers me because they say, okay, let's reinvent the series by making it boring. Like, that's not how it's supposed to work. Smash Bros. Wii U. Why is there no sequel to the Subspace Emissary? Was he worried that the cutscenes might leak? Possibly. Metroid Prime. Yep, I love this game. 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. It's a bit annoying having to hunt the Chozo artifacts. At least you can do that early in the game if you wish though. Excite Bike, without a doubt, one of the best Mario Kart tracks of all time. Oh, and it's a game as well, yeah, I assume you do things in the game as well. Labo, without a doubt, one of the finest redemption arcs of all time, with the character of the bicycle. The bit where he sacrifices himself. Oh, Mario Kart DS. Yeah, it's a classic, what can I say? I love the mission mode, want that back, but it's a shame you can't do tricks. Earthbound, yeah, Ness does like teleporting, and Lucas dies, and his mum dies, and his dad dies. Barrel Blast. You know what joke you want me to make with this, and I refuse. This game, you match up the things, and it's fun. It's like Candy Crush, but not a scam. Sin and Punishment. I love the sin, not so much the punishment. Where's the sequel? Steel Diver? Why was this a launch title? Nobody was itching to play this. Why did they get a sequel? Splatoon 3? It's an evolution, not a revolution. You know, the DLC is really fun as well. You will have my sword, and my sword, and my sword. Arms, yeah, it's you punch, and it's a first-person punching game, which is like unique. Toadstool Tour, yeah, it's one of the best in the series, possibly the best. This never came out in the West, and for that reason, it's a 0 out of 10 because I never got to play it. Shadow Dragon, racism, bad. It's Pokemon, yeah, Pokemon fight, and like then they die, and that's like extremely unique. And Mansion 3, yeah, beautiful game, wanted it to be scarier, like the first one. Super Paper Mario, want a remake like the first, like Thousand Year Door, but it's a great game, great combat. No, F-Zero GX, best in the series. Where's the remaster? Nintendogs, that's my childhood. Feel old yet? Kid Icarus, yeah, it's a good game, great plot and characters, but the controls are a bit cramped, frankly. New Horizons needed more updates, but the core gameplay loop is pretty fun. Lost Levels, too hard, will never play it again. Nintendo should have published this one because the remaster wasn't quite up to scratch. Lovely art style, needs a remaster, I think. It has racism, but I like it anyway. That's how good it is. Not as good as 3D World, but it is like the bonus levels at the end. Yeah, this game, it was good for its time, you know, graphics-wise, it's like it's 3D. Yeah, this game has dancing, and that's like, therefore it's good. This game diverged from the Breath of the Wild timeline, and that's a bad thing. It has good secrets in. The Pokemon fight, and that's unique. Bad. This game is too easy. More Kirby. Just what we needed. After more Kirby. Just what we needed. This game is quite fun. It's quite fun. The story mode is a bit bland though. You will have my sword, and my sword, and my sword, and my sword. Great memes. What can I say? Lazy game, cash grab, not cash grab, but lazy all the same. Yeah, probably good graphics for its time. Nowadays, I don't get any enjoyment out of it. Penasses, better than the other sports game from Switch. It's a WarioWare game, what can I say? Very addictive, I like the single player as well. This game made me resort to piracy. Beautiful game, lovely story, breathtaking. Great sequel, why not in 3D All-Stars? Underrated game, neglected. This game deserves better, 9/11. Controversial game, like it anyway. Brain training does not train your brain, does not make you more clever. Wii Sports Resort is good, especially swordplay. Fate's best in the series. You explore the sky, good. Pretty good Star Fox game actually, better than Zero. Good, too easy. Like the microphone, better bit of gimmicky. Has Wario, points for that. Best game of all time, has Tetris Stop Dr. Mario is a game. Donkey Kong is a good game. Conquest is not so good. Everyone's here. Range things. Lazy game. Wave race. Good graphics for its time. It's very tense. Racism. Wario split. Many characters. Really good, bad, good, good, bad, good, 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 bad, good, bad, good. Oh my god. Fake Nintendo Direct I made. It's got non-existent games like Cooking Dada and a Star Wars Star Fox crossover. I heard that a Nintendo employee even gets murdered during the Direct. Alright, shove off now. I've got some shoveling to do.